Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Badgers will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. White going to attack through the air. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The inside handoff. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. He's at the 10.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line. The Commodores want to move quickly. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vandy.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And off to Jones. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
times in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Using the quick game. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll run the counter. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Doors. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. But this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. White wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He's looking to pass. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. He has the first and still on his feet. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah,
there he goes! Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
White going to attack through the air. Release to the back. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Badger. The defense putting points on the board.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got the back over the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. White wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He might want another play. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
That's caught. It's Smith. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Badgers want to crank the tempo. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Handoff to the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback keeps it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. This is a design run. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Finds his man. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 40. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Wants to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication now.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That's got it. Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. White going to attack through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Quickly to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
White wants to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. He's quite familiar with the end zone. His 75th career touchdown run.
We're in the era in college football where there's a lot of running back by committee. This guy has been the bell cow. He's been the focal point of this offense. To stay healthy, to be consistent, and to reach that number is ridiculous.
Right, it just shows you how special he is, because you're right. They want to throw it all over the yard in today's college football, but they continue to give it to him because he continues to find the end zone, and again, for the 75th time.
Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Badgers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Badgers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off his 3rd period with a big play. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
White going to attack through the air. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a master.
Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
With the catch, it's Smith. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They'll run the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Badger! They move on top here on the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. At the 35, he's got room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time.
Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter, because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball, You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful. It absolutely can.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around. And I think they got used to it in the first half. And now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. White wants to throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they're able to make the tackle. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He's looking downfield to throw.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Buys a little time with his feet. Lets it go to the end zone.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. White going to attack through the air. Dances away. Into the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
Got enough for the first. He's running free down the middle. The 40, the 30, the 10. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
Someone say run out the clock, someone say I don't need to add points, but here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Scoop up the squib kick just inside the 20. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.